The secret poker strategy used by legendary outlaws to survive frontier saloons in the dusty frontier towns of the American West. Saloons were more than watering holes. They were arenas where reputations were forged, fortunes were lost, and survival often depended on the turn of a card. Outlaws, gamblers, and gunslingers gathered around poker tables where whiskey flowed, smoke filled the air, and danger lurked in every glance. For these men, poker was not just a pastime, it was a battlefield, and to endure it, legendary outlaws developed a secret strategy that blended psychology, intimidation, and cunning. Poker in frontier saloons was a brutal test of nerve. Winning meant more than money. It meant respect, dominance, and sometimes the difference between walking out alive or being carried out. Outlaws understood that every hand was a duel, and the stakes were far higher than the chips on the table. Their strategy was not written down, but passed through actions, whispers, and legends. The first principle was reading the room. Before even looking at their cards, outlaws studied the people. They watched for nervous tics, shifting ice, trembling hands, or the way someone gripped their glass. They knew that the cards mattered less than the confidence of the man holding them. By mastering observation, they could predict who would fold under pressure and who might reach for a revolver instead of raising a bet. Controlled aggression was a second pillar. Outlaws bet boldly, but never recklessly. A sudden raise was not just about the petit, was a test of courage, a way to push opponents into dangerous territory. Yet they balanced this aggression with restraint, knowing that too much force could spark a deadly confrontation. Their genius lay in walking the razor's edge between dominance and disaster. Bluffing was their most dangerous weapon. In frontier saloons, bluffing was not simply pretending to have a strong hand. It was an act of theater. Outlaws leaned back in their chairs, puffed cigar smoke into the air, and stared down rivals with cold, unflinching eyes. Their secret was consistency. Bluff, often enough to be feared, but not so often that they became predictable. A single smirk or a steady gaze could make an opponent fold even the best hand. Survival always outweighed profit. Unlike gamblers chasing riches, outlaws played to live another day. They knew when to walk away, when to let a hand go, and when to fold even a winning hand if the tension in the room grew too sharp. Their strategy was not about greed, it was about endurance. Money could be won again, but life could not. Reputation was the final weapon. Outlaws cultivated legends about themselves, stories of impossible wins, fearless bluffs, and icy stares that froze rivals in place. These tales spread across towns, giving them an edge before they even sat down. Opponents feared them, and fear was the most powerful card in the deck. A man who believed he was beaten often was, even before the first card was dealt. The secret poker strategy of legendary outlaws was never written in manuals. It lived in the smoky air of saloons, in the clink of whiskey glasses, and in the silence after a tense hand. It was a strategy of survival, part psychology, part performance, and part raw courage. So when you shuffle the deck today, remember, in the frontier saloons, poker was not just a game. It was life and death. And the outlaws who mastered it didn't just win pups, they won the right to keep breathing. Night after night, in the most dangerous rooms of the Wild West,